Oh, buckle up, babes, because today we're counting down the top 5 shocking moments and backstabs in Love Island history. The kisses that launched memes, the betrayals that blew up Twitter, and the recouplings so brutal they made the nation spill its tea. I'm Bryony Hughes, your Villa's unofficial drama historian, and yes, I brought receipts. So pour yourself a drink, settle in, and let's dive into the mess.
Let's kick off our countdown with a drama so searing it practically melts your sunscreen. At number 5, the messy saga of Elma, Kaz, and Ronnie, the secret garden snog that turned friendship into a battlefield. Here's the setup. In Love Island All-Stars 2025, Elma Pazar is coupled up with Ronnie Vint. They seemed solid. Cozy selfies, romantic chats, the type of pairing you'd bet on with your last fiver. Then swoops in Kaz Crossley, Elma's friend of 5 years, who reveals she's interested and promptly pulls Ronnie into the secret garden. Just minutes after his kiss with Elma, the camera catches Kaz linking lips with Ronnie in what can only be described as the world's most awkward romantic 180. Elma's devastation was visceral. She confronted Kaz with all the hurt and betrayal that reality TV excels. Kaz denied any premeditation, insisting she didn't instigate the kiss. Elma countered that someone was lying and, for good measure, demanded Ronnie's version. He played middleman, stating the snog was mutual, which Love Island fans interpreted as plausibly dishonest. Viewers tore into Twitter. Kaz was labelled Turbo Kaz, thanks to that rapid pivot, while others called the moment mugged off energy, the feeling of being blindsided by someone you trusted. Let's be real, this was catnip for reality TV junkies. The betrayal wasn't just about a kiss, it was friend code, trust and betrayal wrapped in fairy lights. Elma's fury, Kaz's denial, Ronnie's "we were both there" equivocation. It's like Shakespeare got stuck in a love triangle, got broadcast on ITV2 and went viral. Elma thought Ronnie had loyalty tattooed on him. Kaz thought friendship was a suggestion. And Ronnie, well, he thought he was the villa's biggest magnet. Alright, moving up the ladder of jaw droppers, number 4 gives us a betrayal so clean-cut it could have been storyboarded. Jess and Johnnie. From the moment they coupled up, these two looked, well, solid. Solid in the way IKEA furniture is. Looks stable until you put a bit of weight on it. Jess had the smile, Johnnie had the charm, and together they projected this "we're the villa's safe bet" vibe. Viewers were lulled into a false sense of security, sipping their tea in peace. Then came the plot twist. And oh, it wasn't just a plot twist, it was a full-blown demolition job. 1 minute they're exchanging sweet nothings under the fairy lights, the next, Johnnie is seen in that corner of the garden with another islander, giving the sort of body language that screamed, "Oops, I forgot my girlfriend existed." According to fans on X, it all went down after a challenge that pushed boundaries. One anonymous post, which gained over 10k likes, read, "He's basically speed-running the villain arc." And honestly, that's the best way to describe it. The flotation started as a dare, but it snowballed faster than British weather turns from sunny to sideways rain. Jess, bless her, didn't see it coming. When the clip aired in the Villa Vibes segment, a nice soft ITV way of saying brace yourself for emotional damage, her reaction was a masterclass in British composure. Tight smile, one slow nod, and a single eyebrow raise that could have won awards. The restraint! You could feel the collective audience screaming on her behalf. Now, what made this sting wasn't just the backstab itself, it was the double standard. Johnnie had spent the previous week lecturing Jess on being transparent and building trust, and yet here he was acting like those quotes belonged on an inspirational mug he didn't believe in. Fans dug up an old clip from Aftersun where he claimed, "Loyalty is my number one." Someone stitched it on TikTok next to the betrayal moment, and it's currently sitting at over 1.2 M views. Ouch! The fallout was glorious in the way only reality TV can make heartbreak oddly entertaining. Jess confronted him in the oh-so-British way. No yelling, no drinks thrown, just a few well-placed barbs wrapped in politeness. "It's suppose transparency means telling me after you've done it," she quipped, delivering a smile so icy you could chill champagne on it.
Johnnie, cornered, mumbled something about confusion and mixed signals, as if kissing someone else was a naturally occurring weather event. Social media split into camps. Team Jess held her poise, comparing her to a queen dismissing a jester. Team Johnnie, a far smaller crowd, insisted he was just exploring connections, because apparently the villa is one big speed dating buffet. ITV's edit didn't help him either. Slow-mo shots of Jess looking betrayed while Johnnie laughed elsewhere pretty much cemented public opinion. For days, Johnnie trended on X. Not for charm, but for the kind of notoriety that makes you wonder if you'll ever get invited to reunion shows without being side-eyed. Jess, meanwhile, came out of it stronger, with viewers demanding she pull a Maura Higgins and turn the tables with someone new. And here's the kicker. Jess did just that, pairing up later with one of the season's late-entry bombshells, leaving Johnnie to stew in the what-ifs. By the time the finale rolled around, she was laughing poolside while Johnnie looked like someone who'd accidentally deleted his dissertation. I'd say Jess took a betrayal, ran it through PR, and handed it back as a power move. Johnnie just learned that in the villa, karma works on a next-day delivery schedule.
Sliding into our bronze medal spot, and trust me, it's the messiest bronze you've ever seen, is none other than Georgia Steele's now infamous loyal moment, gone spectacularly wrong. For those of you blissfully unaware, Georgia Steele has spent most of her Love Island career branding herself as loyal, babe. I'm loyal. It's her personal slogan, her brand identity, her emotional business card. You couldn't get through a conversation without hearing it at least once. Season 4, 2018, the villa is in peak chaos. Georgia is coupled up with Sam Bird, flirty, cheeky, and seemingly on the same page. Enter the now legendary date with new boy Jack Fowler. It starts innocently enough. The date's in one of those ridiculously aesthetic side sets Love Island loves. Outdoor seating, mood lighting, possibly some Prosecco just off camera. Jack leans in, Georgia does the same, but instead of a polite cheek kiss, boom, full lips. And here's where the controversy detonates. Georgia later insists Jack kissed her, Jack claims she kissed him. The footage? Oh, ITV replayed it in slow motion from 3 different angles like it was a VAR decision in the World Cup. Fans froze the frames, memes exploded, Twitter polls popped up. Team Georgia or Team Jack? Even the After Sun panel was split. The defining irony, Georgia, queen of loyalty, was suddenly the poster girl for mixed signals. One fan tweet with 50k likes summed it up. Georgia saying, I'm loyal, after that kiss is like a cat saying it's vegan. Now, why does this rank so high? Because it wasn't just a kiss, it was the denial, the absolute conviction with which Georgia doubled down. She repeated her line, I am loyal, babe, like a politician in a scandal who refuses to resign. The more she insisted, the more the internet collectively raised an eyebrow. And it didn't stop there. Georgia and Sam's relationship imploded soon after, partly because the loyal brand couldn't survive the memes. When Sam questioned her about it, she flipped the narrative, turning herself into the wronged party. Cue the classic Love Island pattern. Teary confessional, dramatic fire pit scene, then someone storms off to the beanbags. The comedic gold lies in the sheer gap between perception and reality. Georgia believed she was loyal, or at least wanted us to believe it. It's like watching someone confidently walking with toilet paper stuck to their shoe. They just keep smiling while the audience screams. Media outlets had a field day. The Sun ran side-by-side stills of the kiss, circling head positions like it was forensic evidence. Digital Spy dissected it frame by frame. The narrative was everywhere. Georgia's loyal became a running gag in UK pop culture. And even now, years later, when Georgia reappears on Love Island All-Stars 2024, viewers still joke about it. She could be reciting Shakespeare and someone in the comments would write, but was she loyal though? The moment transcended seasons. It's Love Island look for. And honestly, that's why it's iconic. It's messy, it's memeable, and it's the perfect reminder that in the villa, your brand can turn on you faster than Casa Ermor can destroy a relationship. In short, Georgia gave us one of the most delicious contradictions in reality TV. She's loyal until she's not. And for that, we thank her. Number 2, we've got Grace, Joey Essex, and Jessy. A triangle tangled tighter than your earphones after frantically digging them out of your pocket. Here's the scene. Joey Essex storms into Love Island 2024 as a celebrity bombshell, sunglasses, confidence, the works. not long before, he'd had a thing with Grace Jackson. They met on holiday pre-villa and had rewind-worthy chemistry. But just as that fire seemed to reignite in Casa Amor, in sweeps Jesse Potts, the fresh-faced wonder, and suddenly the villa's center of gravity shifts. Fans recall an epic Casa Amor moment. Grace walks back into the main villa, expecting Joey, only to find him waiting for Jesse instead. Cue gasps. The screen froze on Grace's face, and commentators called it a burning soft fiasco, feeling she was literally burnt and soft about it. But hold on to your popcorn. This wasn't just a, hey, I'm with someone else now scenario. Fast forward months later to Love Island All Stars, and Grace spills more tea. Joey reached out after they hadn't spoken for 4 months, texting her, "Can we talk?" And yes, the vibe was a little flirty until Grace, sounding wiser than a reality TV incarnation of a heartbreaker, blocked him. Meanwhile, Jesse Potts couldn't resist a cheeky reaction. After hearing about the messages, she reposted the clip with a knowing, "Lol, it's all coming out now, isn't it?" caption. Drama served cold but oh so savory. Now, add to that the epic bundle of post-villa collapse. Joey and Jesse tried to make it work, even posted the iconic exclusive era couple snap, but called it quits only weeks later. Busy schedules, showbiz ambitions, you name it. They parted amicably, but the public circus was already running at full tilt. And let's not forget the Casa Amor uncut rumors. Despite being painted as the good boy, Joey apparently had some cross-Casa Amor sparks with Grace that we never saw. Producers cut that gem out, but the tea leaked anyway. From a Lumora flirt perspective, it's peak reality TV irony. Grace, Grace, and Grace. Oh, and Jesse. All orbiting around Joey's attention like satellites in disarray. He couldn't stay loyal, got blocked, and left a trail of emotional breadcrumbs. Meanwhile, Jesse just played the meme-worthy queen she is. In short, Grace got ghosted, then got blocked. Jesse got the fridge space, and then sashayed out. And Joey? He picked the triangle, and the triangle picked him back, with a DLC of drama.
And here it is, the crown jewel of Love Island Backstabs. The betrayal so notorious, it still haunts reunion specials and late-night pub debates. Michael Griffith's dumping and the gill for Joanna Chimenides during Casa Amor in Season 5, 2019. Let's set the scene. Amber Gill, fiery, witty, and the kind of islander who could clap back without raising her voice, was in a solid couple with Michael Griffiths. They'd survived early drama, shared in jokes, and crucially, Amber had stayed loyal through Casa Amor. Loyal in the purest form. She slept alone, didn't so much as flirt, and spent most of the time telling other girls to remember your worth, babe. Meanwhile, over at Casa Amor, Michael was, well, let's say he wasn't exactly browsing the friendship aisle. Enter Joanna Chimenides, stunning, confident, and very aware she had the Casa Amor advantage. Michael's connection with Joanna grew faster than a TikTok trend. Flirty chats by the pool turned into playful arm touches, which turned into, sharing a bed. The real gut punch came during the infamous Casa Amor recoupling. Amber walked back into the main villa alone, expecting to see Michael waiting for her. Instead, she was greeted by Michael standing next to Joanna, grinning like someone who just won a free holiday. The crowd, both in the villa and at home, gasped in unison. Amber's face? Instant meme. That frozen half smile, half glare, like she just remembered she left the oven on but couldn't say anything on live TV. Joanna, meanwhile, was all polite smiles, and Michael, well, he looked like he'd just signed a dodgy football transfer deal. Fans went ballistic. X, Twitter, lit up with #TeamAmber trending #1 in the UK. One viral tweet read, "Amber slept alone while Michael was busy speed dating in Casa Amor. She deserves better." Even The Sun called it the most brutal Casa Amor twist ever. But it wasn't just the switch, it was Michael's attitude afterwards. He doubled down, telling Amber she was childish and had poor communication. This to the woman who had been faithful while he was sharing a bed with someone else. Fans dubbed it Gaslight Island. Digital Spy ran with headlines about Michael's brutal recoupling speech. Amber's response was perfection. Calm, cutting, and unapologetic. She didn't cry for the cameras, she sharpened her wit and turned it into her armor.
By the end of the season, she'd not only recovered, she won the whole thing alongside Greg O'Shea, pocketing the £50,000 prize and cementing herself as a Love Island legend. Michael, well, let's just say the public opinion graph never quite recovered. Joanna left the villa weeks later, and Michael found himself single, memeified, and often the butt of "remember Casa Amor" jokes. From a Lumora flirt perspective, this is peak Love Island storytelling. Loyalty tested, betrayal televised, and redemption arc completed. And the moral of the story, never underestimate a woman who can keep her composure while the whole country is ready to throw a drink on your behalf. In short, Amber lost the boy, gained the crown, and gave us one of the most satisfying clapbacks in Love Island history. Michael gained a temporary romance and a permanent spot on the top Backstabs list.
The 5 moments that proved Love Island isn't just a dating show, it's a masterclass in chaos. From Elma and Kaz's kiss saga to Michael's Casa Amor bombshell, one thing's clear. In the villa, loyalty is, well, optional. But hey, that's why we watch. Hit like, subscribe, and drop your own picks for the most savage moments in the comments. And stick around, because next time we're diving into the wildest rule breaks and secret hookups ever caught on camera. You won't want to miss it.